Alright, there we go. On that minor delay, I was like, where the fuck is my controller? Alright, we got it. Hey everyone! Let's do this. So, we finished taking the tour of Roller's Reach, right? Just left Leon sitting here. There we go. The humble greeting. I was like, this is like a good welcome back transition. I guess, kind of, sort of. Starfall, Bloodstorm. The statue itself is called Bloodstorm. I see. Because of the little stories you told us, I guess. Let's fall into the water. Yeah, we read that last time. If you need to buy anything, now might be a good time. I think I'm good. A bargain struck. See what's going on. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants? Sure. Why not? We'll go with that. I should turn on the light. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage. But their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Of course. Arms dealers don't have a... They don't have a side when it comes to war. They'll probably sell to both sides, actually. I don't give a fuck. You know, as long as they don't get caught doing it. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch your stolen Quile, so if you'd like to follow me... Sure. Sorry to have kept you waiting, but matters such as these demand due deliberation. We'll begin once the others arrive. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh shit, hold on, this might have voice.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Damn straight.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
Completely unnecessary stretch
I have
there, but
something
okay.
else in mind for you lot. Monago and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
They're going all in with the fan service with Lise, aren't they? It's like they look like a completely unnecessary stretch and an unnecessary time to stretch too. We're not even getting ready to fight or anything. She just casually, like, first she did it when she first got her new outfit. It's like, okay, she's showing off the new outfit. But this time she just looks at your character and just goes, anything else we can do? Just showing off her fucking bare belly and everything. And so it's like, okay, sure. And that question was directed at Conrad anyway, because he's the one who answered her. So it's like, why'd you turn to me to do that? It's like, what the fuck was that about? Now that we've dealt with the formalities, we can get to work. I'm glad you're with us, friend. Pinch me if I'm dreaming, because I swear it's finally happening. The whole of Eorzea, committed at last to the liberation of Alamigo. As if there were any doubt. Right. What a relief. For a moment there, I really wasn't sure which way it was going to go. Right then. Monago and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Leon. That's right. It's another one of those temporarily branching pathways. Your ether compass may now be used to locate ether currents in new regions. The ether compass can be found in the collection and duty section of the main menu. Yeah, now it can. So again, if this was actual New Game, we could accept both at once. But in New Game Plus, you gotta pick one and commit to it till it's done before you can do the other. What are our choices? Familiar Face Forgotten. Friend of a Friend in Need. Left to right, I guess. Actually, I'll follow this guide. A Friend of a Friend in Need. Let's do that first then. Before she tells you of her mission, Monago has a few things she would like to say. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. That's alright. It's no biggie. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. Should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great! That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Okay. Yeah, I can't even do the other one. Not that you can do both quests at the same time most of the time anyway, when that happens, but sometimes it's possible. Oh shit, Lise, anything else to say? What about Conrad has planned for us? Oh, anything else? I kind of walked away. Oh, there we go. Nope. Let's do it. How do I have an egg? Must be when I'm not doing roulette or something. What was the egg for? Oh, I see. It gives critical hit by tolerating direct hit rate. I see. Let us defer to Monago with regards to the route. While we could just as easily head back the way we came, there could be any number of reasons why we should not. That's true. Got everything you need? Good. Then let us be off. Wow, Belfar's wall is much more impressive to look at from way back here. Or from this side of the wall, I guess. Holy shit. Quite something. Why have we stopped? Is that a miss? Quiet! Hear that? That was a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. Well, she is a cat. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern. Divided into 2, no 3 teams. No, 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. That's a lot of details just on the sound. Holy shit. She wasn't kidding. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Leon's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Very by-the-book standard military operation, it sounds like. She gave out those orders like they were nothing. Alright, time to engage in guerrilla warfare. That's what you do when you have a small resistance force like this going up against an overwhelming enemy like the Empire. Insurgents! The Resistance, as what's her name would say from FF12. Ash? Amelia, whatever her name was. Let's do this, assholes. Bring it on. Crap, it's like playing FF6 again. The Imperial Predator, I mean. It's, you know. Oops, that was the wrong. I'll do that, there. It's like we're fighting, the Imperials in that sort of desert-like encampment in front of that bridge in FF6. That was a big-ass motherfucker. Okay, I was like, is that a hunter mark? No, it's just a normal enemy. I'm pleased to report that the Empire is short 3 soldiers. Not that any self-respecting legatus would be sorry to lose them. True. It looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised, the 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Yeah. That is very true, actually. In their own words, they're painting the picture that, as ugly as it is, you can't show sympathy for your enemy in war. In war, you have to be merciless on the battlefield. That's how it goes. Signed, sealed, to be delivered. It's ugly business. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices our missing patrol. More soldiers? I didn't think they'd come this far west, but better to be safe than sorry. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castrum Oriens were under the command of Flame General Raban Alden, did you not? By Valgar, the Bull of Alamigo himself! I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Yeah, go figure, huh? It's not that far, but... Okay, never mind. It's like the same amount of time. I returned from a survey of the wall but a moment ago. We have yet to recover Papalimo's personal effects, I am sorry to say, but you may rest assured that we will notify you and yours the moment we do. Thanks, Pippin.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Velodina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces. Mayhap before the day is up? Damn it, Hall. More Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone, and you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End. where our resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. Excuse me? I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Of course not. I wouldn't be here if I was planning to, you know, sit out and not fight. Obviously what I'm here for. Vanilla Cappuccino. Contains level 72. There they are again. They were nearby at some point. Fate has a way of leading one into the most unexpected alliances, does it not? Yeah. Prototype Magitech armor, eh? This may prove a challenge. Indeed. Best served with cold steel. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall. But that's all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from that look I see it as a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Yeah, of course. For Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map, right here, aye. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Leon. And count on me and Alize. Thank God I can fly, because going around this ship would take longer than you think. Mostly because flight lets you move faster. It's not just that you can fly over things, it's the fact that you actually move faster in the horizontal direction as well. Ah, there you are. Shall we dance? Go. Fools. My information was inaccurate, it would seem. The patrol never came. Really? That's a little shady. What's going on? All went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castellum Villadina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Let's do it. Probably going to get to hear the daytime music of this place after this.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once!
I like this guy's voice actor. He's good. Didn't he say that last time? About all of his name days coming at once?
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
You in what army?
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush! Attack!
Mighty confident, this guy, for someone who got his ass handed to him last time. Adders, flames, deal with the escort. Leave, holy shit. Leave the armor to Leon. Okay, so I focus on him. What's the other guy saying? Bother me. Is that General Alden? Whoa! A chance to get my revenge on Leon and test our new weapons. And kill an Alliance commander. Oh, it doesn't get much better than this.
Get after them, damn
One would almost think he harbored a grudge against you, Leon. Whatever did you do to him? Hurry up and kill the bastards. We've got him outnumbered. It ain't just about numbers, buddy. Let me take care of this fuck. What are you idiots doing? Give them everything we've got. There's no end to them. I'm here if you need healing, Leon. Alright. Good thing red mages can heal as well as attack, right? The whole point. Keep it up, lads. That thing won't take much more. Yeah, you're right about that. Holy shit. That's a lot of guys. Enough! We have secret weapons of great power, don't we? Let's bloody well use them. On your guard, Leon. He's up to something. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Why are you chasing me? Oh shit. There's an explosive. Damn it all. Haven't we got anything else? More armor or weapons or something? More of them? I'm gonna have a word with our scouts. How's Rob on, by the way? That helped a lot. This can't be happening. Not again. So much chaos. Holy shit. Is he running for it again? He who fights and runs. What the? Who in the hells are you lot? Surprise, motherfucker. For Al Amigo! Let none escape! Yeah, you're trapped now, buddy. You ain't running this time. We have them now. Forward! Forward! You think you've won, eh? Then we go together! Self-destruct sequence initiated. 60, 59, 58, 7. Hells. There's no time to get to safety. We must disable it before it blows. A DPS check it is done. A little late for that, but... No! No, no, no! My secret weapon! You got nothing, buddy. You're finished again. Good try, though. Suicidal maniac, though.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Past harder stools.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Al Amigo. Yeah! Yeah!
Oh my god, dude, that scream from Managa right there. She went in. That one, I was like, holy shit. That chick got in character. Hardcore right there. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. I like the freeze frame with everybody doing this too. Kinda cheesy, but whatever, I'll take it. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarupin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next time. Or, until the next battle, sorry. Minago, I leave the Scions in your care. It feels good, man, right now. We shall return to the castrum then. Leon, Mistress Lavalleur, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. A little salute. That brute of an Imperial officer was a force to be reckoned with, wasn't he? A fool, mayhap, but he held his own against the Flame General. That's right, they were going toe-to-toe. They were one-on-oneing each other while I was taking care of the Magitech armor and all the other ads that came after me. I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action? I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. Well, thanks. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? Not really, but I have heard it quite a lot, actually. I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. I'm not tired of hearing it, not because I'm like, you know, some praise-hungry fool who just, like, wants to hear people lavish him with praises and stuff like that, but rather because, as I said, I try to be humble. I don't take it lightly when someone praises me. Let fill your hearts with pride. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. It's in the name, folks. A true master is an eternal student. Why would I become complacent and suddenly think I'm some kind of badass that doesn't need to learn anything more? So of course I won't take praise lightly, even if I have heard it a million times. But I will never ask for it either. Dun, dun, dun. The tale will need to be spread far and wide if it is to help the Resistance draw new recruits. Fortunately, Minago is eager to see that. I wonder what Conrad has planned for us. Same thing as before. Look at this dude standing over Conrad. What the hell is he writing? Oh! It's the... what's it called? He's writing the, I can't remember its name, that boar. He's writing a wild boar, basically. It's like a maple story or something. I forgot what they're called in this game. So obviously they always have different names depending on, like, where, what region you're in, but... You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what we asked of you without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons, and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Excuse me. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action. But the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago during the Autumn War. And that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. So Gridania and Alamigo used to be at war against each other, huh? Over a century ago. It's a very long time ago. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Leon, Alize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. All in a day's work. That emote needs work. The thumbs up emote could do without the goofy ass head nodding. Nothing new. The tale of our victory in East End will be known to every Alamigan from the fringes to the peaks when I am through. You'll see. I leave you in my officer's capable hands and them in yours. Mefrit, shall we? A familiar face forgotten. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you. Ah, well, you see. If you're someone who's been playing since The Realm Reborn and you played this on release, it's been... how long? 2013 was The Realm Reborn. That's when you meet this guy. In the leveling, okay? 1 through 50. This is 2017. Late 2017, I think. That's 14, 15, 16, 17, 4 fucking years, dude. Imagine remembering this guy after 4 years. Like, 4 real-time years, right? It's like, shit. I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Poring, though. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. See, at least they acknowledged that, hey, it has been a long time. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and an old friend. I had a lot on my mind. Galleon, that was his name. The one we saved who then became the Griffin. Well, I guess the alternate Griffin? The fake one? In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Giribani and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. I see why the game's mechanism sort of recommends this order. Because the other mission takes you back the way we already came. But this mission will take us into a new territory we haven't explored yet. Makes more sense to do it later. Ida and I were born in Alagana, though I can't say I remember much about it. It's just like at the beginning of Heavensward, where they made us pick between accepting a mission from Emmanueline or his brother Arturel, sorry. If you're looking for the tunnel to the peaks, it's right this way. Let's see, it's blocked until you actually accept this mission. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages than that Wait, there are more villagers there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Ida and I were born in Alagana, though I can't say I remember much about it. I think she already said that. Way is clear. After you, Leon. Mind if I do? This inclined tunnel kind of freaks me out a little, but we're good.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
You can see it's glamored on both sides. Even in the midday, it always feels like it's sunset. I think it's probably the color of the rocks and the environment, you know? Makes me feel like it's always constantly afternoon. Like the sun's always setting. Sort of a crimson hue of atmosphere. This wasn't the work of the Garleans, but of Theodoric. His army massacred the monks here decades ago. By the time the Black Wolf arrived with his legion, it was already a ruin. We've a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Pods, look at that tower to the southeast. How long did it take them to build it? Probably a year at least. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Alagana's due east past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Couldn't have been older than 5 when we left this place. My memories are hazy at best. I can imagine. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. The prodigal daughter. Ragnfrid, the village elder, sorry, the village elder is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Hey, buddy. Don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefrid. I see, I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled the dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time? This time? Cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards, with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefrid. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hex. And I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ralga, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. And I never thought you would come. I almost didn't. And my sister never will. Lots of others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Damn, that was a little rough. Do what you will and say what you like. You'll find no recruits here. Angry Curl. Nice name. Huh. We didn't come here to fight. I hope I haven't made a mess of things. You did lose your temper there a little bit. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly. Excuse me. See what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Excuse me again. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Another branch. Death by 1,000 rocks. What's the other one? A new face in Alagana. Huh. What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides? Bollocks. There's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I expect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well. I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. What is this Resident Evil 4 now? Over here, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Enid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Leave it to me. Right then. Frightened Curl is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Angry Curl brothers with Frightened Curl. Okay. These mountain ranges, alright. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, so be careful when you pick them up. Well, they're bleeding heavy, mine, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. If you forgot to attune to the Aetheryte, I am so sorry. It's happened to me. Look at that. That is one hell of a long-ass distance. Even flying it took a minute to get here. Don't forget to attune to Aetherites when it's your first time through. You'll pay for it dearly. Ah, the new face. You have my leftovers? Yeah, I do. You load 10 and 6 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Okay, nice song, I guess. Huh, well I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the settlers what trade with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. A way of spitting in the Guardian's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Dunno if he's dead or alive even. Though if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I just I just wanted you to know, is all. That we know why you're here, and that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Sorry, buddy, I get it. This here's the leftovers, dust and gravel and the like. Us too, you might say. We've shaped the peaks, and they've shaped us in turn. I mean, the dude's six-pack looks like the mountain range over here, so... I guess he kind of means that literally. Those abs of steel. And, you know, because his skin tone matches, like, the mountains. It's all red. He's red. You'd best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Slow down, lady. Looking for folks down on their luck? Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out, too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea wood helps with it, though. I'd need to grind a chapuli horn and a hornbill talent as a blend. A chapuli? Grasshopper? Eh? You'll go and get some for me just like that? You needn't trouble yourself, so... Not to worry. Also, she... Almost thought she was missing an eye, but I guess it's her hair. Oh shit, well, not that far. There's one right there. Yeah? Chapulis! Chapulines! Grasshoppers. And a Bonnie and Hornbill. This one's not as punishing if you still haven't, you know, attuned to the Aetheroid, but still. The fuck? I'm used to the character putting away their weapon after they teleport. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagana? Chapuli horn makes a fine medicinal tea when ground into a fine powder and mixed with other ingredients. Same with the hornbill talon. What brings me back is I said I was going to do this for you, so I did. Here you go. Oh, I never meant to... I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know, whereas a live one... You're with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. Then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that it'd have made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment that Centurion laid eyes on me. I hope she doesn't mean what I think she means. It didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. And by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, and many others, I imagine. Help them too, if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you. But beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Well, they didn't spell it out as much as that one chick back in Alamigo in Realmborn, but maybe. Either way. The point was, they're into torturing them just because they can, basically. What they do. And you see that in real life too, when imperialism starts to, you know, take over a place or something. Life more ordinary. Well, like, you know, just whenever one nation is invading and taking over another. They'll do that. They'll start to torture and break their people. People like to call it war crimes, but it's like... I think I've said this before, but it's like... What the fuck is a war crime? It's war. Since when are there rules to, you know, killing and invading and taking other people's shit by force? It's a fantasy to think there's any kind of rules to that shit. Oh, war crime. What a silly term. A life more ordinary. Ah, there you are, Leon. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lise getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. Well, they probably don't, but we'll see. That one guy didn't remember her till she spoke up, so... Cynical youth. What's going on here? Excuse me. No, I didn't mean to... And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair! Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all! And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here! This is my home and I love it with all my heart. If you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. Shit. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact I left him behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about El Amigo. Let's go and find Meffred. Damn. That went poorly. Man, this place is giving me mad frame drops. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but... Whoa. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle they do either, Lise. I ran too, but if I hadn't, I'd have never met Leon or the rest of you, and we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. That's one way of looking at it, I like that. Help! Someone, anyone, we need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Ricotta, the Tribunum and the bloody Ratman, they... Damn it all! You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tribunum's due soon and we were taking it... I think it's Tributum. The Tributum's due soon and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Kickern attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came, and... Listen, Verkata's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, The Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. We've got to get after him. If there's even a chance her brother's still alive, we have to try. You're right about that. Now he's starting to regret what he said to her. He's like, well, shit. Maybe she's actually, you know, serious about helping us. Guess all this? If this sodding leg of mine was any good, I'd... Seriously, is she missing an eye, or... No, okay, it is just the hair. I still remain curious, I wasn't convinced. You've got to hurry. The gods only know what they could be doing to him. Shouldn't get our hopes up like that. Everyone knows the Ratman eats their prisoners. Shit, that's a nasty fate. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. We can save him if we hurry. Come on! You're right, Lise. We've got to help them, if not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Tributum, sorry. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. Oh, so it's like when, you know, when Negan took over the main character's, encampment, I guess you could call it, in The Walking Dead. Spoilers, dude! Shit was so long ago now. I mean, that's basically imperialism, what Negan was doing, just on a smaller scale, because the world had ended. The color of angry Kickern. So Rakata is being held somewhere at the ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kickern bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. That's the ziggurat? Holy shit. I don't know what the story behind it is. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man-flesh? Ours to eat. Ours to eat. They look different. We knew it had come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Okay. I also said there'd be a bloody host of them. I thought you said there'd be no challenge. Oh, I see. She came first. She said, I thought you said there'd be no challenge, and he also said there'd be a lot of them, basically. Come on, guys. This is just a warm-up. Man flesh is ours. Fuck out of here. Do I just move up without you guys then? Okay. Oh, the sharp incline. Look, the car can't even incline far enough. It's too much. You see that? It's just like... too steep. He's here. He's still alive. Alright, Rakata. Hold still. I'm gonna save your ass. No, not that. I meant to do this. Oh. Kicker and Meat Gnasher? You alright, dude? I got you. By Rolger, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him! And his chocobo, I guess. Well, wait. Are you here to rescue me? They could have eaten the chocobo, too. Your sister sent us. It's gonna be alright. My sister? Oh, Rhalgr be praised, she's safe! And you lot fought your way in here just for me? To think there are still good brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kickern return in force. Do you still have the Tributum? Oh gods, the Tributum! The Imperials will be wondering where I am! I have to go! What, right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Lisa's getting angrier and angrier. As she should. This is fucked up. But that's why we're fighting. To end this bullshit. Oh. And like him are barely considered people under Imperial rule. They're to work hard and pay their taxes, and if they don't, there'll be 7 hells to pay. Beatings, imprisonment, enslavement, and as for your women folk, well... yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. Just like... it's like the girl back in Alamigo. In Little Alamigo, sorry. What else would they do to women? Of course. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that... I've got a bad feeling about this. The Black Wolf's pups. Listen, Leon, Method, I think we need to go after Verkada. Wait, you had better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that, I do, and I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. I don't like the way he looks at it. Go to hell. He never turns to look at me, but still. How are you supposed to read through that dialogue with all these assholes? You'd have to kill them all and then read really fast. Well, I guess the respawn isn't that quick, but still. Even my first time through, I didn't have to deal with auto-aggro enemies like these, because I was level 70 by the time I started Heavensward. Because I did too many duty roulettes. Which was a good thing, considering I didn't have to deal with auto-aggro enemies like this. Until I got the Shadowbringers. And then that's when everything started attacking me, and I was like, oh, fuck. And once I get to Endwalker, it's gonna be the same thing all over again. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Oh, great. I think I remember this quest. You have to... there's only one that's actually correct. It's like, way the fuck over here. This one, I think. Chocolate feather. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Yep, that was it. Any luck? Yep. A chocobo feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning, it came from Verkada's bird. In which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find them soon enough. Okay. Can they really see us all the way up there in the tower? Dude, I did not notice this chick. This other player here. I did not know. I had zoomed in because I was like, what the fuck? Like, she blends in with the dark green grass. I was like, what the fuck? The benefits of wearing dark clothing. It's used for stealth for a reason. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend and... Hear that? Get to cover. Quickly! No! Shit. Also... I doubt this is voiced over, but... One second.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
All right.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this godforsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
I think she might have sensed our presence there. We could have done something instead of just letting it happen. I know that was pretty hard to watch. I'd heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. They made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. It's fucked up. Homeward bound. Rakata's alive and the tributum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. We'd best get back to Alagana and tell Ragnfrid his man got the job done. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Ricotta told me everything, how you fought with the Kickern and saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when he met with the Skulls. How they beat him half to death. Could have stopped him. Aye, I reckon you could. Meffred's a warrior as is your comrade, and you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I think, Rolgar, you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Ricotta and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said, for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge you, Lys, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow it to the same end. Don't worry, I'll do my best to look out for her. I knew Curtis when he was younger. Golden locks and piercing blue eyes. When I finally looked into hers, I saw at once she was his. Golden locks and piercing blue... Oh, I see. So he's talking... Yeah. So most of her looks come from her father, then. Okay. Or at least her eye color and her hair color. Well, she took it better than I anticipated. Which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Lys? It's outside. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegan's terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Ricotta to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. It's that bad. When you're that overpowered by your opponent, they pretty much make you their bitch, literally. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Edith's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Lys. I've been looking all over for you. Oh? You found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village. But when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Ricotta. But you did. It made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the Resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but... if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rolgar's Reach. Yeah. We're happy to have you. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. I want to cry out of joy. That turned around pretty quick. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross in the battlefield, but... when, not if. That day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons. But they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on your blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Leon, Lise, it's been a pleasure. Of course. I forgot to talk to Lise when we got back. If you don't mind, I was thinking of staying here and assisting Mefford with the training of the new recruits. Sure. Just want to see what I missed. Where men go as one. I like the little picture there. The group photo of everyone united. Except for me, of course, but that's because it's pre-rendered, so... your character could look like anyone. It's not gonna change based on what your character looks like if it's a photo that's already just been sitting there. In the files, I mean. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. Excuse me. Hey, what have you guys been up to? Oh, actually, Alfino came back with some Scions. That's right, he left by himself. I forgot about that. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful? Indeed. There were several amongst the Scions ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Ehrenwald Lentinus. A half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Girabania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Veladina. Alright, let's fucking do this. Then, in the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. That was weird. I didn't actually I wasn't actually thinking about the fact that she was doing this at the same time. I just did it out of instinct. I think it's because I've seen Leon do it so many times. The whole taking the fight to the enemy. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo, I was imitating the gobbies. It's probably gonna be voiced. Nice, they have their own theme music. Their own, I guess, national anthem, right? This is it? Garlemald's national anthem? Or at least some kind of patriotic rallying cry type of song.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
He should have chosen his words a little bit more carefully now. Mister, I'm in command of that unit. Here we go.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount.
cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my house. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
That guy's quite a character, isn't he? A very imposing figure, that one. He's got a very bad vibe and weird aura to him. Don't like it one bit. Trying to talk to Conrad. It's all happening so fast. Isn't it exciting? Basically, I get a very bad feeling off that guy. He's got like that weird psychotic look in his eye, and even the way he talks screams psychopath. He seems to like the idea of fighting and hunting down and killing people a little too much, from the sound of it. People like that tend to make you uneasy, of course. It's like a serial killer, basically. That's kind of the vibe. It's like serial killer vibes. I fear it would take longer to rouse the people to action after the disaster at the wall. But it seems our countrymen are not so easily discouraged. Change is on the horizon, my friends. We won't have much time to train the new recruits, but we'll make the most of it. The Resistance will need every able-bodied man and woman in the field if we're going to take Villadino. Excuse me. Ehrenwald is not much older than I am. We would often chat about this and that whenever I paid a visit to the Waking Sands. I know he had strong feelings about Alamigo and the occupation, but mayhap I underestimated his passion. You guys are similar in age, huh? Well, definitely not in stature. Monago did well to spread word of our victory in East End. Hardly a day goes by without some would-be recruit arriving inspired by the tale. What about you two? In Malta? Long ago did I resolve never again to take up sword or spear, at first for sport and then entirely. But a chance encounter with young Ehrenwald served to remind me that not all battles are as empty as those fought upon the blood sands. Oh, I see. Was he from Ulda? Vamatia? Or Vamatia? Alfino asked for volunteers, so here I am. First Ishgard, now Alamigo, eh? No rest for the righteous. I know, right? This will be the 5th nation that we will sort of rescue and help solve its problems and bring it back into the fold of the Eorzean Alliance. The 5 countries of Eorzea. I like that, it's a nice number. 5 nations in the same continent. For a long time, I struggled to make sense of that day at the Waking Sands. Why I survived when Abba and Ollie didn't. Not anymore. You're making the most of the life you were given when you were spared that day. Good on you, Arnold. Don't waste the opportunity. I'll make sure not to waste my own. Second chances don't come every day, you know. I could be dead right now. Not like I've forgotten I ended up in the hospital for heart arrhythmia that was 200 beats per minute for 12 hours straight. Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with said duties? We are here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Where men go as one. Beeves or Bevis? Future rust, future dust. What's up, dude? I beg your pardon? A man who bested Gaius Van Belsar wishes to offer me his assistance? I say, this is highly irregular. Though I have heard it said you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case... Before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. You're not wrong, actually. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters. Ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log. And, Leon, thank you for your service. Now and ever after. Alright. I'll do my best. And yeah, man, of course I have a penchant for helping out the common man. I am one. I haven't let the hero status get to my head. Still don't consider myself above a common man. Not even if I'm driving this thing around. It barely fits through here. What's up, Protmar? Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know. It was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes, back in Alameda. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a fulm of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. Damn. Hi, listen. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. I had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Fair enough. Going for a dip. Trying to stay on land longer because you slow down in the water. Aren't you the Aecon Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for All Amigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship, if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like as not, but that's the choice. And me? I'd rather die here. A very pragmatic man, that guy. He's like, it's just a choice and that's it. Either you do this or you do that. No matter which one you choose, though, commit to it if you want to get somewhere in life, basically. Regardless of which one you chose. I like his pragmatism. Except the Garleans, the Empire, is a bad choice now. Now that I'm around, anyway. Because they're going down. Alright, maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna die first before I can take him down. Anyway. Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. That makes sense. Yeah. They just see people as a resource. Just keep throwing them at the wall. Who cares? There's plenty more of them. Work them to death as slaves. Why not? Just realized I could use that. Shit. Oh. Well met, Leon. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? Well-worn log. Page after page of the log is filled with a flowing script. Doubtless Bevs has had much practice honing his handwriting. As fascinating as they are varied. You have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Agreed. A dash of green. You want to help, do you? Thing is how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended. Could you go and ask Ted for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Okay. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Okay, damn. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Okay. So... start digging up plants all over the place. Got it. Well, there's one. Those shoes, though. Ethernet won't help there. Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for? Yep, right here. Reach greens. Precisely what type of herb this is remains unclear, but the important thing is that it is green and fragrant. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost, too. Too many villages, too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must. And we never lose sight of the dream. Well, as long as you're putting the food to good use, as you say, never losing sight of the dream and working hard, I don't see the problem. The food's going to a good cause. And I'm here to make sure the battle doesn't go on forever. See that good cause fulfilled. Ye wayward brothers. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet Narea 1 has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all. These would be warriors. Send them unto me, should you chance to find them. Okay. So, the Ananta are like Snake Beast tribe people, then, I guess. Shit. Whew. Oh fuck. Might as well start with this one, it's the most out of the way. I know. I'm late. But I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. God damn it. Again, it's pretty obvious what he's implying. Shit is fucked up. How did I remember this one? Oh, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger. Faint-hearted. So he's scared, but still brave enough to have joined up the cause, basically. Oops. The teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and... Ah, yes, of course there's no time. If you would excuse me. Oh, there you are. Brooding recruit. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or republic, that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. I guess he's contemplating it because there used to be a monarchy, right? Like Ishgard. With Theodoric being the leader. until he was overthrown and then the Guardians came in. A fiery recruit. Huh? Training? Gah! I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot! Thank you! Yo, dude. The business. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Okay. Now I'll appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. Tis a thankless job to keep, some say. But I say their survival is thanks enough. Very well. It's hard to read that out loud. You get tripped up sometimes when there's too many S's. Token of faith. I was like, where the fuck do I go? Damn it all! Where could it have got to? What's wrong, dude? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a Ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? Aye, I've been him. Excuse me. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain. And I've not left the reach since. Excuse me again. So it's gotta be around here somewhere. If you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the Officers' Pavilion. They're hardly rare. Yeah, they're hardly rare, I know, and I could just as easily buy another, but even so. Please help me find it. I swear, I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. I think I found it, dude. Paper word inscribed as a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Walger. Here you go. 7 hells, that's the one! That's my lucky ward! You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. And after him came the Garlands, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scriptures my mother taught me. Do what you gotta do. Nothing wrong with trying to preserve a little bit of tradition, at least. Again, with the caveat of, it can be a little bit of an issue if the tradition itself is problematic, and regressive, or works against progress. Okay, he hasn't done anything new. Alfino, what's up, dude? Crossing the Velladina. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Leon. I hear you have been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castel and Belladina to General Alden personally. Alright, here we go. Of course, sir. Getting ready for a fight. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Oriens before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well. I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kryl and Yustola will wish to remain here to support the Kyrugans, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Oh. Lightning storm incoming. Oh shit. Ryle, what's up? Been to the peaks and back, have you? Glad to see you're in good health. Thanks, Yustola. How are you doing here? Miss Healer Catgirl Yustola? Is aught amiss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to recapture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. As was the case with Ishgard, however, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Al Amigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Belsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. That's true. And though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause. For it is ultimately the selfsame cause I have served since first I pledged to serve Master Louis Sois in the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Enfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Yustola for now and tend to the wounded. Leave it to the White Mages. As for you, Leon, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the man who slew Gaius Van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. What else is new? I'm just going to say that right now, because that's been said many times also. Many look to you as a hero, and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. I like how honest you can be, for people who might not be feeling it too much. You can actually be like, to be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fight, but I will do what I must. No, I know. My mind was made up as soon as I passed this one, but I wanted to read all of them. We can but carry on. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save. Whether it is or isn't my fight, I'm making it my fight now. Fuck the Garleans, let's take them down. I hate imperialism, so why wouldn't I take up arms? Well said indeed. Take care, Yustola, Kryl, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Monagle will leave without us. Fuck the Imperials! Oh shit, Elfina, what's up? Thought he was walking away. Might I persuade you to join us, Leon? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Monagle to wait a little longer. Okay. I was just as passionate about taking down the Niflheim Empire in FF15, so... But yet they destroyed themselves, they imploded on themselves. The whole place was a wreck by the time we got there. We'll have our work cut out for us after the operation, I fear, but we'll do what we can. That's all any of us can do, is it not? Never feel guilty if you're giving it your all. Whatever you can do alone is whatever you can do alone, and there are limitations to that no matter how much you want it to be otherwise. One person can only do so much. Ah yes, asking everyone's opinion before making a critical decision. Truly, this is a far better arrangement than having centralized leadership, right? Decentralized coordinators instead of leaders. We don't even have that. Although Alfino did suggest, you know, that we have a coordinator. We ended up passing on it. Let's make sure you've got everything you need. We might not be coming back for a while. Okay. I'm good. Grandfather stood with the army that faced the Garleans at Cartanu. This is dangerously close to becoming a family tradition. Don't worry, I'll keep you guys safe. I won't let anything happen to y'all. The tradition ends at this point, okay? You guys aren't gonna die sacrificing yourselves for the rest of us. So, you will be accompanying us? Well, glad am I to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off. My tank stance makes me have to push the damn touchpad one more time than usual. That's why I turn it off. See? Skips one. As opposed to... A pleasure to meet you, Lieutenant Starcrest. I oversee operations here in the Elder Seasier's stead. Rest assured that our scouts were hand-picked from the elite ranks of the God's Quiver and the Wood Whalers. If the Imperials take so much as one step into East End, we will know. I hear that Rhalgr's Reach is overrun with new recruits. Did I not tell you that we needed only to inspire the people to rise up once more? Alright, Pippin, yeah, you were right. You happy? Greetings and well met, Leon. I have been dispatched from Lim Salaminsa to command the Maelstrom forces here. This campaign has taken us quite far from the shores of Ilbrand. The logistics of a prolonged deployment have been the source of much consternation. I prefer to view it as an opportunity to strengthen ties with our allies and to study their methods. Okay. Cool. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am come at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot? Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castle and Belladina. Capture Belladina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It's only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Belladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarpin? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Taking Belladina will be the first significant step toward wresting Alamigo from the Empire's grasp. But make no mistake, there will be many more such steps, each one taken at a cost. This will be our largest engagement yet. Our conjurers will do their utmost to provide support, but we must be prepared to suffer significant casualties. Excuse me. Significant casualties, there. The fuck? I was like, who's that? An accurate assessment of their strengths and weaknesses will be key to our success. Measure twice at once, as the Gerdanian carpenters are so fond of saying. I was trying to talk to the Stormblood, but okay. A castellum is less a military installation, more a supply depot. A storage and distribution facility for the surrounding area. That being the case, taking it will not only earn us a strategic foothold, but deprive our enemy of valuable resources. True. Yeah, I like this Viera's purple color scheme. She's got it going for the hair, you know, with the highlights, the pinkish purple highlights, and even has it for the chocobo. That's pretty cool. Her armor, hair, and chocobo. I like that. Full color scheme. For an operation of this import, we cannot afford to hold too many in reserve. Surely the Maelstrom must take part in this assault. Right on. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed. Okay. In Crimson it began. And so it shall end, probably too. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Villadina. Right behind you, Pippin. Castellum Corvi. It's gotta be it right there. They have a mini supply camp right here. Even should they be unaware of our plans, I would be surprised if their western defenses were not heavily fortified, given the presence of allied forces at the wall. Sure. Naught appears out of the ordinary at a glance. At a glance, sure. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon reconnoitering Castellum Villadina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Fair enough, I suppose.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Ralga's Reach.
Oh shit! They found their hideout.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
The fucking skulls!
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You!
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
Shit. Them's fighting words. Get her, Method. Get her!
Meffred!
Shit!
Hells take you!
Well, well. Stand aside, pilots. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Aren't you gonna fucking kill her anyway?
Seven hells! It's him! It's Xenos!
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man!
Get him, Lise!
Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Damn! People shake!
Lise, run!
Shit!
Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
Oh, shit.
Yashala!
Oh, that looks like...
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
I look like a nasty fucking cunt. Shit. Fuck! The fucking slaughter.
Kryl!
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Saw something in my chat log that made it seem like I might have gone offline for a bit or something. So that's why I was checking my stream on my phone. I was like, oh shit. Almost thought my stream went down without me noticing. But those we can yet save. We gotta get back in there. Aid the resistance and find your comrades. God help us, they're killing everyone. We have to stop them while there's still someone left to save. Exactly, that's what I was trying to say, Alize.
It's all over now.
There are others who need us. The Imperials came from nowhere, started cutting people down left and right. Excuse me. Reinforcements are on the way. Spread the word. We should keep moving. Oh no, let's get going. I found it. Nothing for it but to fight. Did you expect anything else? Oh, for friend. It's a bloodbath. Remember that we're here to save lives. Defend the hostages. You got it. Face me, asshole. Let's go. Okay, I think that's everyone. Those monsters. These people had surrendered! What did I say about war crimes? They don't exist. Pippin of the Steel Heart.
Glory of the flames!
Didn't know that was his full title. It's not too late for the others. We must hurry! What the? Are those beastmen fighting for the Imperials? I've never seen them before. Oh yeah, wolves. They took Lise and the others deeper inside. You've got... Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Shh. The cavalry's arrived. We got this. Fuck these assholes. There they are! We're not too late! Well, well. A rescue party, is it? We'll see about that. No, it's Fordola! I'll take you down. Come on, me and you. Who in the seven hells are you? Your worst fucking nightmare, that's who.
What took you so long?
Stoll's in pretty bad shape.
Alpha, no, I need your help.
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
Talking to me? I'll do more than entertain you, buddy. We'll kick your ass. Come on, if he's anything... He's supposed to be the one who replaced Gaius, right? He can't be that bad. He's intimidating as hell, that's for sure, but... If we kill him here and now, we can end this. He's fucking trash, bruh. Bring it on. I have no need for this problem.
Be gone!
Oh, shit. 7 hells. Not even Father could do that. Yet stands. Mayhap you have potential.
Give me something to remember.
I didn't expect him to be a pushover either, so... Dude, we're hardly doing any damage to him. Damn. He's better, but lacking a little less. Fuck you. Oh, I see. The swell does a donut AoE, and the storm does an inner one. I got it. See, I misjudged you. This ends now. Fuck you. Oh. Not even 10% of his health. He fucking destroyed me. Yep, he knocked my ass the fuck out. I ain't backing down though. Well, at least his blade broke on me. Fucking asshole.
Pathetic.
Seven hells.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
You knew now wasn't the right time.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lad? Best the likes of you. Xenos is not what I took him to be.
Yeah, I underestimated him too, actually. There wasn't much for me to say there. Both of those choices were correct. I couldn't choose both, so I chose the silent option. My pride might have taken a knock. That was true.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
But the second choice was also true. He will
Don't
pay
worry,
next time.
it's going to be all right.
Make sure of that.
Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
That asshole hasn't seen the last of
Understood.
me.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
Shit. Yeah, right. Sorry. My mind's still on my ass getting handed to me by Xenos. Sorry about that, Crow.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
You did well, Leon. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. The fires fade. See to the wounded, Leon. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Place is in shambles. God damn it, Mefford. Weren't you the one telling me to use my head and stay alive? Mefford lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. You spare another moment for Meffred before turning away. Fishing in your pockets, your hand closes around his charm. Conrad must be told. Damn it, Alize. This is serious. You need rest. It makes no sense. He brushed us aside as if we were nothing. Yeah, even me. It's the reason why I try to stay humble. You never know when you'll finally meet your match one day. Or someone will just toss you aside like a fucking ragdoll. You seem ready to burst into tears. I'd fetch you a handkerchief, but... Nago, Mefrid, where are you? Hold on, I didn't realize. You're worried about Yustola, aren't you? It's too early to make any kind of prognosis, but she's alive. For now. If it wasn't for her, it'd be me lying there. I wish it was. I'd say that at least. It's, the fact that you're not the one lying there means you can still do something about this. Don't let her sacrifice be in vain. Mefrid's charm. A small wooden charm Mefrid clenched in his fist as he breathed his last. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefrid was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 malms so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarrymill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls? In the heat of battle we can but do our best, as he did. Mefrid will be sorely missed, aye. But because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him, is all. No, like Wolred. Cut down in his prime. The victorious sounding quest complete music just doesn't hit the same anymore. We just suffered a brutal defeat and lost a bunch of people. There's not much to celebrate right now. I'll recover. My injuries aren't serious, though that was clearly by choice and not happenstance. They meant to take me alive. What can you do at a time like this other than curse the gods in your own powerlessness? Master Kemp seems quite shaken. You know, what Alize said just now was actually quite true, by the way. I mean, even now, my eyes did water up just slightly. But I was pretty close to just sobbing pretty hard after this. So when Alize said, you look like you're about to burst into tears and, you know, I'd offer you a handkerchief if I could, she wasn't wrong. I think when she said that, it made me actually start crying a little bit on my first playthrough. The music, of course, doesn't help. Or rather, I guess it does, depending on how you look at it. Bereft of hearth and home. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total, a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alfino said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now. Rhalgr's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Oriens will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Yeah. Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Sure. I will accompany Commander Kemp in one of the carriages. We're to move the wounded to Castrum Orient? Understood. I'll go and see if anyone requires assistance. No, I'd hate to be a burden. We'll need to carry your Stola to the carriage. Could you give me a hand, please? As if you need to ask. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. That's not why I'm here, actually. Just trying to help. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. It's okay. Here's to hoping he's in a better place. Gah. In the heat of battle, I barely felt the pain, but when the fighting died down, it was all I could do to stay standing. Yeah, adrenaline does that to you. Adrenaline, shock. Sir, Marshal Tarleton said you might have something for me? Medical supplies, yeah. Oh, I forgot to read the fucking description. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. Of course. Stola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by your side the entire time. Thank you, Prado. I'll walk alongside. You'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrade's health allows. The Castrum Oriens. Master Kemp, your concern for your men's well-being is commendable, but I would urge you to consider your own. Let us pray they arrive safely. Right. Divide and conquer. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castle Belladina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castrum Oriens. Understood. We will go and speak with General Alden. For more than a decade, the Resistance has resided here, hidden from the eyes of the Empire. And just when we set our sights on Veladina, they strike. Do you not find that passing strange? I would. I mean, I'm sure Leon does, but since we got to see what Xenos was saying back when they were, you know, at their headquarters or whatever, it's like he pretty much all but admitted that they already knew they were here and they were leaving them alone on purpose. They wanted, you know, they wanted to give them false hope that they could actually win back their land someday. He wanted them to gain the courage to try to fight back first before snatching it away from them. An act of cruelty, no doubt, but he did it for what? The sport of the hunt? Because it's more interesting if your prey fights back thinking it has a chance. I think that's why that happened. They knew this place was here the whole fucking time, they just left it alone. Until the right moment. I can see the Reach means a lot to these people, but it would be suicide to stay. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach in the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castromorians. We can discuss our path forward there. Suppose there's only so much playing to Ralgr here could do, right? Moment of silence for the departed. Well, what can I say? We got our asses handed to us. I talked shit and I got hit. Xenos put me in my place. Wiped the floor with me. I didn't even take off 10% of his health. That was basically nothing. And the whole camp is in shambles now. We were utterly decimated. Like Pippin or... what's his name said. Completely destroyed. Just like that. And, I'm afraid this is where I gotta stop. Unfortunately. I might come back later to stream a little bit more. Probably only for like an hour or two at best, but that'll be it. But for now, I gotta go. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. We lost. You know, I remember my first time through this. This is actually... I stopped playing at this point too. Not because I was quitting or anything, I mean, like, I stopped playing because I had to go do other things, but... I remember it just left me in a very... kind of like right now, it just left me in a very, somber mood. Felt pretty sad afterwards. I remember back at that time, and to think about what just happened and when it happened, when I first experienced it back then. Yeah, I cried a little bit, even after I stopped. Sad times, sad times. So it feels bad for sure. But yeah, we'll just have to leave it here. As always, folks, thank you all for watching. For those of you who came by to watch, and for everyone watching, in the future on YouTube and Twitch, I appreciate the support very much, as always. And until next time, please take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Look after each other, and until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I guess when we come back, we'll see what we're gonna do next. I guess. I don't know how many options we have left now that our forces were destroyed so utterly. We just got a bunch of new recruits too, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, until next time, folks. Peace.